the Untouched Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri. And remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and whatever podcast platform you're listening to us right now.
So today we're going to talk about the go-backs and the First War.
Oh, poor little Petalwing though. They forgot Petalwing in the snow.
I know. And also, she thinks that Claire Brooks left her hair to try to make wrap stuff for One Eye.
Yeah, but what is the point to wrap up something that's dead?
I don't know. Maybe they don't decay?
Does the wrap stuff have healing power?
No.
So if he was hurt, you can wrap him up and heal and
No, but you
unwrap
can
him?
wrap him up and pause his body from like dying, so that
Yeah, but
you can.
he will still be badly hurt when they unwrap him.
Yeah, but like, imagine that. Let's say Lita was in Sorrow's End, and Cutter got hurt. Then Pelwing could wrap Cutter up, and they could unwrap him when Lita's back around, so that she can heal him, and he wouldn't have like gotten worse in the time he was in the wrap stuff.
Oh, okay, so they basically should have wrapped up Cutter before they went back to the go-backs.
Yeah. Like wrapping him, like Pillowing should have aggressively wrapped him up the moment he was hurt.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really about that.
And
And-
Petalwing was drowning in the snow.
Yeah, and I don't think that Skywise would have been that much about it either. I think it would be very hard to manage to wrap Cutter up before he went all rage out. Let me kill things.
True. He
Yeah.
wouldn't allow it.
No. Yeah, no, I think Pelling would have a really big job and a hard job trying to wrap Cutter up. And Skywise wouldn't have allowed Pelling to do that because it's his chief and he wants him to be allowed to intentionally hurt himself when he's already hurt.
To take his own life,
Yeah.
basically.
I think it's about the Wolf Rider pride and being allowed to like die in a moment of fighting. And like the pride that comes with like dying warrior's death, or like
So now that we are inside Cutter's head,
yeah.
having some fever dreams or something,
Yeah.
is this like real? You know, real in the way that Bearclaw's spirit is actually there talking to Cutter? Or is this Cutter's fantasy imagining Bearclaw talking to him?
Bearclaw morphs into Sava.
Yeah, but that's dream. You know, like it could be his soul, then his soul is leaving and then Sava's coming.
But Sava isn't dead.
But Sava is floating in this void. It looks
No,
like they're
she's
in
awake.
a void. She can float there if
Yeah.
she wants.
I think it's Cutter's like unconscious, like drawing forth the picture of his father, because like I think he feels that he's failed. They went all this way. The Wolf Riders didn't listen to him. They came after him anyway, and then they were attacked by trolls, and he's like dying. He's got a spear through his stomach, and he's literally dying by the moment. So I think it's his subconscious, like drawing forth the picture of the man that he looks the most up to.
Maybe, but then he's also talking back to him in a harsh way because Cutter is like, Father, you killed yourself because you couldn't think or feel beyond the moment. So he's like
Yeah, but
being mean to Bearclaw when Bearclaw or Cutter thinking Bearclaw is mean to him.
yeah, I feel like if Cutter were to like manifest Bearclaw in his mind, he would manifest him in the way that he remembers him, and this is how he remembers him.
But it's pretty harsh.
Yeah, but Bearclaw was harsh.
True.
He also says, your quest has nearly destroyed the Wolf Riders. Tom, my son, my chief son. You've killed yourself by thinking too high and too far, and by trusting too much. Like, he says he's killed the Wolf Riders or destroyed them, and he's killed himself for dreaming I think that Cutter would like imagine what kind of things would my father say, because at the moment this becomes Sava, it's a totally different voice.
True. And then after that, Sava becomes Lord Vol, right? Like,
Yeah,
there is a lot of morphing here. And Lord Vol's spear, or the spear that impaled.
killed Lord Wall.
Yeah, is also impaling Cutter.
Yeah,
And then he wakes up, or no, or
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I think it's Cutter's like subconscious, like drawing for this persons and making them say things that he would imagine that these people would say,
yeah, probably.
not necessarily them actually talking to him.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, because like Cutter soul like going from leaving his body like Sava can and meeting both Lordwell and Bearclaw, and then meeting Sava some way in there, like it's kind of too much of a coincidence for it to actually be reality.
Maybe it's just since it had the black border around, like when Sava is traveling and
Yeah.
when Suntop was trapped in the void. I was thinking maybe it's the same void.
Yeah, I think this is more like what goes in Cutter's dying mind.
Yeah.
Like it says later that he had to get as close to death as possible to know how to live.
True.
So I think this is like him manifesting the darkest, lowest part of himself, almost dying.
So, these new elves, are they
Yeah.
stag riders? You know, like wolf riders. People
They
ride
don't
stag.
call or name themselves after what they ride.
No, but like, is it just that the chief Kavi has the stag in this?
No, that's not Kavi. Kavi's standing right next to.
Oh, but we basically just see one of them, so they only have one, or
No, they have several. Like there's one right here.
but do
Like
they connect to them like the
no,
wolf rider connects to the wolves?
they don't. They don't
Not
share
that-
blood with them.
Not that I think they share blood though,
No.
but you know, the gliders with the birds and all that.
Yeah, no, they don't share that some connection that wolf riders do.
So it's more a horse for them.
Yeah, it's more of in the way that we humans use horses.
Mm-hmm.
They're a mount, not a friend. But they get to these caves, and Carter is taken off of the stag, and he's somehow awake. And Lita is running over, and they are going to try to heal him. And Kavi, which is the chief, says that one's bled white. Better dump him. He'll be dead before you get inside anyway.
No, he's our chief and my friend. You cold-hearted.
He's my life mate, but like, I think that's the Go Back's way of living. They don't have a healer. They don't really believe in magic, and
Obviously.
if somebody is dying, just let them die. The warriors, just let them.
Yeah.
But if you look at Cutter in that picture, he's so fucking pale, and there's so much blood everywhere.
Yeah, he's dying.
So I understand why she said like he's bled white. Like yeah.
He doesn't have any blood left.
No, the fact that he's conscious
Mm.
is a miracle.
Yeah, but then Kavi's reaction to Lita saying she's a healer. You a healer? That's all we need.
Yeah, they
Like-
don't believe in magic.
But a healer, you would want to heal your warriors, no?
No, they want to be in pain.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Fun though, but when they go inside, Kavi's like, "Oh, just put him on my fur." It's not that they never touch blood anyway. Like
Yeah.
they put
We
warriors.
bleed a lot.
They put warriors there before, so no worries.
Yeah. They're inside, and you can see Strongbow like carrying Moonshade in, who's bleeding, and Scouter is barely getting conscious, and Dushine is doing a hell of a job not telling him his father is dead.
No, because she wants him to heal before his soul is starting to grieve, you know?
But he doesn't have time to heal before that because it happens like 3 seconds later.
Yeah, but everyone is crying and shouting, and
Yeah.
you know, he can see it in his mother.
Yeah, but Clearbrook looks so
But her life mate just died.
in front of her eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
And
like the
their
life's
chief
been drained out
is
of her.
basically dying.
Yeah. And Nightfall is so scared for Cutter. And it's so nice to like see how deep their friendship is. Like she would do anything for him to be healed.
Almost all the tribe would do anything.
Yeah. He's our chief, he's our hope.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that in this picture. Like before when we see Lita in her cloak thing. She has like the scarf thing we can see, and then it looks like it's bare chested under.
Yeah,
But it's not. It's like a halter neck.
it is.
Yeah.
But I like it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But then the stranger that comes in
Yeah.
when Lita is healing him,
Yeah.
which is Rayak, we learn that later. But does he have healing powers too?
No, but he like lifts the weight of the world from Cutter's body, so that she more easily can heal.
Oh, okay, because I got so confused. I was like, he's not a healer.
No, he's not. He
But
just
it
lifts
looks
the
like he is a healer.
yeah, but he just helps amplifying her healing.
Okay, so taking gravity off his body in a way.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Magic.
Yeah. And the fact that Suntop and Ember is allowed to sit next by Lita, who's
Yeah, they're
scared,
watching.
crying, worrying. They're watching.
They don't know, or Lita doesn't know if she can save him or not. So they might be watching their father die.
Take the kids away.
Yeah.
They should not be allowed to watch that.
Just look at Scatter, how mortified he gets when he learns about his father.
Yeah.
And he didn't even see it.
No.
And he's much older.
And these are kids. Like, they're 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they're gonna sit next to their father, who's literally dying, watching their mother and her father, their father's best friend, sitting there like crying, worrying, scared to death that he's gonna die in front of their eyes, and the kids are watching.
Yep. Rayak was not dead.
No, he wasn't.
So Lita has been carrying this finger bone in her pocket all this time for nothing.
From a
Because
stranger.
she found a bone in a cave and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, must be Rayak because
It has
you know
to
he
be
left.
Reg. She even cried about the bone in the
Yeah,
last
and
issue.
Cutter also cried with her. Was like, I'm sad for you. And
Yeah,
all
like
that.
they grieved the bone of a stranger.
And we have no idea who this guy is.
But did you notice who saved Cutter?
Rayak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it too. He's like, now we're even.
Yeah, he's the one that picked up Cutter.
Oh, I thought that was Kavi.
No. If you look at his clothes and you look at these clothes, Ryak literally saved Cutter.
Yeah.
He picked him up from the battlefield. Not Kavi, Ryak did.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Ryak went in to like save him. And the moment that Lita realizes that she's healed Cutter, that his wound is healed, she's so relieved, and she and Skywise cries. And then she can hear Ryak's voice, and she's like, Ryak! She like takes a scary amount of time between realizing it's Ryak before she hugs him.
But maybe she was a little bit like, oh, this was a guy that I once was supposed to be life mate with.
Yeah, but it's like,
And
Ryak.
chose Cutter.
yeah, but it's like, Ryak? And then she turned to Cutter, and he says, come, Lita. There's others who need your help. And then she says, oh, no. I cannot leave.
Well,
And then she runs over and hugs him.
Yeah, but she doesn't get that far to help others because she falls asleep or faints or something.
No, she heals. It's a while later, so she has
Oh,
healed the
she
rest
have
of the tribe and
been
she's
out.
been
Oh, okay.
exhausted. And the fact that Ryuk carries her back to bed with Cutter.
Yeah, he doesn't take her for himself.
I'm like, oh,
He's
you
become
fell
a better
asleep of
man.
exhaustion. Let me just lay you here, away from Cutter.
Yeah.
He actually brings her to Cutter.
He's become a better man. Living with this
Yeah,
go backs.
yeah, a different man at least.
Yeah.
And Clarebrook just ran out of the cave into the snowstorm without any winter gear on to look for One Eye's body.
But it's gone. Did the trolls take it or did some animals take it? They don't say, right?
Yeah, they do. Trolls, they don't waste time or anything else. But then, neither do we.
Oh, so they took it to eat him.
Cutter wakes up by like the sound of people crying. And he's like, one of us is dead. Who is it? Lita?
Suntop and
Ember? Skywise?
No, none of them.
No,
Not yet, at least.
luckily. And then he realizes that Ryuk is there, lurking with the finger bone. Ryuk is holding the finger bone.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did he get it from Lita? Or
Yes.
what? But why? Why is he holding the finger bone? What is he gonna do with it?
I don't know. But
Is he
he's
like
holding the
touching it and be
finger
like, oh, I
bone?
can feel who it is.
I
would
know this
who it
person.
is.
No, he's holding the finger bone.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's really fun when because Kavi comes in and talks to them,
Yeah.
and Cutter is really happy they found more elves.
Mhm.
And then she's like, oh, you wolf riders, you fight like 3 times or 10 times your tribe, like outnumbers the trolls, even though you're
Fewer people.
Yeah.
Like you fight.
But they had to
fight
do
for
that
3
with
men.
the humans too.
Yeah.
And then when she leaves, she's like to Lita, "Do you share?" Or she does.
Mhm.
Yeah, she says it. She
Do
doesn't
you
even think it,
share?
like,
She says, the way you fight, I should feel sorry for the trolls. Your life mate. Young, good shoulders. Do you share?
well, we will see.
Like, sharing your life mate isn't something that the wolf riders usually do.
No, they don't really share a life mate.
But Go Backs doesn't really care for couples.
No,
They
they don't
don't-
care for recognition even. So
No. You still do that?
that stupid thing.
Yeah.
But for your cubs to have healing power or magical powers,
Yeah.
you
To be
need
gifted
to
children.
have recognition, right?
You don't need it, but recognition will prompt the chance for the child being gifted.
So there isn't that many gifted people by the within the go backs.
None.
None. Okay. Just Rayak and this other guy.
Equar.
Equad, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not go back.
No, but they live with them.
Yeah, like he started living with them when Ryuk and Equar found them.
Oh, and I also noticed Ember is saying to Rayak when Lita is introducing them that, oh, he has black long hair like Vinoville.
Like,
Vinoville.
yeah.
And
Or like Suntop says, Psst, Ember, look. Long black hair. And then Ember answers, just like, shh.
yeah, like you're not supposed to say the name.
Yeah.
But
Don't
then
say
I'm
it.
like, was Rayak the only black haired guy in Sarah's End? Like,
No, but no
have
one
they
else had
not
like
seen
long black
oh,
hair.
okay.
Because the others had like short hair.
Okay, because I was like, is this the first time they've seen people with black hair?
No, but like I don't think so.
Raya can give back the bone to Lita.
Yeah.
What is she supposed to do with the bone?
Now it's just a fucking finger bone.
Throw
Doesn't
it
belong
away.
to anyone.
Like, what is the use of it now?
Yeah,
It's
nothing.
not remembering for anyone. Like,
No.
could be a swoot for what we know.
No, they said it was an elf because of the
Okay.
skull.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And Reich tells the story of how he found a core. And
Yeah, like, he starts when he left Sorrow's End, and it says he's running out of water and food when he's crossing the desert. And you know, on this page right here,
yeah.
it looks like he's cutting a hole in the swoot and drinking its blood. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Is it red on the pictures in your book? But doesn't the swoot die then? Like, you can see him
Yeah.
riding the swoots after he's drinking the blood.
But it like you can see that it isn't bleeding that much if you look here.
Okay,
It
so
like
maybe
stops
it's just a
bleeding.
little
a little
hole.
poke to bleed to drink your blood. Yeah.
And then is he giving the blood to the swoot as well? So the swoot is drinking its own
I
blood?
don't think so. I don't think this would drink it.
Maybe not. Oh, and when he's walking into the mountain and you have these eyes watching him,
Yeah.
is that Two Edge or is that
It's the trolls.
random trolls?
It's just the trolls.
Okay.
I find it kind of interesting that when it would use the word penetrated for when Reich walks deeper into the tunnels.
Because he's penetrating the tunnels.
Yeah, because penetrating is usually the word when we use when someone walks in deeper into a tunnel.
Yeah. That's obviously what comes to my mind when I hear the word penetrating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would understand it if you said, like, the sword penetrated someone's body. Like, it means that it was, like, stuck into the body. But you don't use penetrating for when you walk into a tunnel.
No, then it should be a super narrow, super tight tunnel that you can barely fit in.
Yeah, because it's more like... It sounds really weird.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just my mind that's a bit dirty. I don't know. I don't like it.
No. It shouldn't be there.
No.
But then now, Rayak finds Equar. And he's so skinny, and I'm like, he looks like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
And how is he even alive?
Yeah.
Is it because he's immortal?
Yeah.
But even though if he's immortal, can't he starve to death?
No, you're immortal. You can be murdered, but you cannot die. He's
What a
also
living
missing one arm, one finger, and like chin down.
He's missing one finger.
Yeah, he
Oh,
only has 3
It
fingers.
couldn't be the finger bone they found because they found a skull too.
Yeah. And he's missing
mind.
the middle finger.
I was
So
like,
we
oh, maybe
count-
it's his finger bone they've been carrying around.
They found a skull.
Yeah.
That's how they knew it was an elf.
Yeah, so it couldn't be his finger bone.
No. The fact that Reich carries someone that he finds in a cave to help them isn't very Reich.
But in a way, Raik also needs help because he doesn't know the way around the mountain.
No.
He doesn't know where to find food.
No.
And this guy does.
He does.
So basically, he does him for his own good.
Yeah.
Also, he's learning all these new skills. So good for him.
Yeah. He learns how to like float heavier things and even how to float himself.
Is that his rock shaper skills are coming out so he can use them to levitate himself like he's levitating a code?
So you think
Or-
Reich become a rock shaper?
Isn't he a rock shaper? I thought it was a rock shaper.
No, is Reich made of rocks?
Oh no, but I don't know. Like, but he also says like, look, the power, like the old powers, is not lost because I found them, or they are mine. He doesn't say I found them; they are mine.
Yeah.
So he's just unlocked that part of his brain so he can levitate like the gliders do.
He have always been able to levitate things. Like he levitated the boar and spitted it. I killed it. He's
So
just never
what
been
do
able
we-
to levitate heavier things.
What do we call him then? A levitator? A floater?
Magic user.
Like, but he can only lift things.
He can lift things and he can control people with his mind.
Okay.
Like with the eyes, I stare you down and you can't fucking move
But-
thing.
Echoed is
Rock shaper.
Equar.
Equar is a rock shaper.
It's a difficult name.
Yeah. As a child, in my mind, his name was Equar.
Obviously, I think that too.
Maybe my child Norwegian mind thought that was easier to say. Well, it is easier
It
in
is.
Norwegian.
Equar.
Equar.
Equar. That's
Equar.
his name, right?
Equar.
Yeah.
Equar is his name. Equar works better on the Norwegian tongue. So I rereading this issue, I realized what his name was, because like I make notes when I read, and I even wrote a quote when I saw him in the first picture.
Yeah.
And I was, wait, that's not his name.
Yes, it is.
No, I wrote a quote.
Yeah.
And then I
but
realized
that's not his name.
That's not his name.
It's Equar.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Learn something new every day. Like I've never known his name because I have dyslexia and can't read for shit. You know. So Ray can now float because he has been able to. He uses his powers to lift things on himself. He's just now able to lift things as heavy as himself.
Okay. Good to know. When
When he
Ray
says the lost powers, which you said were lost to us all, he means floating, but he's not a floater, like he's not a glider. Because
okay.
they don't use, like, you see this magic sheen around him.
Yeah.
The gliders doesn't have that.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't use magic in the same way as, like, rock shaping, tree shaping, healing.
they just float
levitating.
like we walk. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just a normal thing.
It's just a part of what we do.
Yeah.
So he isn't like floating. He's using his levitation magic to levitate himself.
Okay. Makes sense. But then Ryak still doesn't believe that the High One's dwelling, or the palace, as we know it is called now, it's the thing, like, because Lita is like, oh, I've seen it in a picture in my mind. Like, I've seen it. I know it's real.
Yeah.
And it felt like that was the first time someone actually told Ryak it was something real.
Yeah.
So before it was more like a fairy tale or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and just a little side note.
Yeah.
The name Go Backs
Yeah.
is a really stupid name.
I like their Norwegian name better.
Yeah,
It's Snow Warriors.
much better. Because, oh, we want to go back to the palace? Let's
You
call ourselves Go Backs.
But you, the go backs, have never been to the palace.
no, because you're not kids of the High Ones. You're
No.
like great grandkids or something. of the
They're
High
your
Ones.
ancestors, just like the Wolf Riders.
So
but
the Wolf Riders is also Go Backs because they want to go back.
yeah, but like Snow Warriors, like they're called in Norwegian, love that name because that's what they are.
Because they live in the snow and they are warriors because they've been fighting for many years.
Lita sees the tribe howling for One Eye, and she's like, "Oh, I need to be there with them." And Raik is like, "You become one of them." Like, of course she has.
Yeah, my children are both forest and desert. So am I now.
Yeah, and her life
So
mate
beautiful.
is a wolf rider.
Yeah.
She lives with the wolf riders. She travels with the wolf riders. Why wouldn't she adopt their ways of living?
Because he still has this little part inside of him hoping she will leave Cutter and go with him.
That she will still be this little girl that he remembers her as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they're howling,
Yeah.
they said the howl is for One Eye and Woodshaver. Who's Woodshaver?
A wolf.
Oh, is it One Eye's wolf? Or is
No.
it just another one?
It's another wolf.
Have you heard his name before?
I think Woodshaver is Nightfall's wolf, if I'm not wrong.
So she threw you over for the wolf shave, eh? Airwalker?
Yeah. Airwalker.
It was recognition. Reco what?
Oh, yeah.
They still bother with that shit?
Do they? My folk have been breeding. Yeah, they're breeding.
Yeah, who's the father?
Nobody knows because
No.
of dancing.
But then she's like,
Well,
we doesn't do recognition anymore. And Ryak says, it shows.
yeah,
It shows. You
it
don't care.
shows. And he didn't say it shows. He says it shows.
Yeah.
Like there's no
In
magical
bold.
powers or special abilities in your tribe because there's no recognition.
Yeah. And you were meant for love mates, not for life mates. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, life mate is better if you're recognized.
Yeah.
The universe kind of tells you.
And you
you're
get a
good
much
for each other.
deeper connection.
Yeah.
But also, Reich doesn't have a soul name.
No, but Lita doesn't either, but they're recognized.
Yeah, but he
Did
wouldn't have.
Hilda have a soul name?
We doesn't get told, but I would assume since they look at themselves as part of the high ones, and that's part of a high one thing.
Okay.
So I would assume that he has a soul name, but it's never like actually mentioned. Also, the go backs show Skywise how they count time.
Yeah, 12, 8, and then some.
Yeah, but like they make marks in the trees of years to mark time passing.
Yeah. That's a lot of years to been in the snow, though.
And also that's very different from the Wolf Riders who doesn't count time whatsoever. Like time isn't really a concept that they hold themselves to.
True.
Yeah, time goes by,
But
but they try not to feel it.
why do they have to count time? Like, oh, we've been here so many years. That's so many years that we haven't been able to go back to the palace. Like, why do you need to know that? We failed so many times
Yeah.
being in war with the trolls.
I don't know why they would need to know that, but they do count time.
Yeah.
And one of the go backs also makes new clothes for Lita that isn't as vibrant and visible in the snow.
Yeah, because you could see her pretty brightly.
Yeah, and I think this is one of her best designs so far. Like it's brown leather instead of like reds and blues and these very
Yeah.
very vibrant colors
True.
for elves that want to hide. Generally wants to
She-
hide.
She fits more as a wolf rider now.
Yeah, she looks much more like a wolf rider.
And Kavi tells Lita why she don't believe in healers because
Yeah.
it's what we discussed earlier. Like the tribe gets too dependent on a healer and they get afraid and don't treat death with respect.
And also she says that the Sunfolk depended too much on me and my and it weakened them. I've changed and I've even killed.
Yeah, but you didn't kill on purpose.
No, she did
It
it,
was
on
an accident.
instinct
Yeah, mother
to save
instinct.
her child. But like it's the fact that Lita realizes that the Sun people are too
Yeah.
dependent on others. But Cutter has been like he's been keeping distance from Lita after he was injured. And she's kind of scared that like something's wrong.
Because he was close to death. That kind
Yeah.
of changed a lot of people, so it's not that weird.
Yeah.
He's thinking a lot, like to figure out stuff.
Yeah. And Ryuk actually comes up to him. Like to
Yeah,
have a
they-
talk.
I think they have a pretty good talk. Don't
Yeah.
they? Like before Two Edge come and open the hole in the ground.
Yeah. And when Two Edge comes and opens the hole, and Raik says, "No, I'll just float myself."
Yeah,
But I
first,
let Cutter fall.
first I was like, I didn't remember he could levitate himself. I was like,
Mhm.
oh no, now they both have to work together to get out of this hole, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be mates.
Yeah.
But no, Rayak is being a douchebag again and be like, I'm not gonna help him. He can figure it out before Ember and Suntop comes and be like, help my daddy.
Yeah, and he falls down into a hole with some strange wolves.
Hungry wolves.
Because that's great, huh? Being caught with strange wolves.
That's hungry.
Yeah. But these wolves, actually, like, they probably smell the wolf blood on Cutter.
Yeah, because they're not cannibals, so they won't eat someone of their own kind.
No. And they're, like, trying to figure out the position of Cutter, like, who are you according to who are we, and where do you stand?
Yeah, are you our chief, or are we allowed to eat you, basically?
Yeah. But Ember throws a snowball in Raik's face.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Help my father, or I'll hit you again.
While Suntop has a better way of saying it.
But yeah.
Like, help my mom because you're in love with her, right?
Yeah.
So playing on his mind instead of being fierce and
Yeah.
throwing snowballs. in
Ember
him.
also says that if you don't do it, if you don't do something, I'll tell my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I'll snitch on you. Because that's
Because-
what I do on Suntop. I snitch.
Because my mom is gonna hurt you if you don't help my father.
Yes. But like saying that because you're in love with my mom, right? That's the better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Pedowing comes down in the hole too.
Yeah,
And be
she
like,
does.
oh, do you want me to put wrap stuff in their mouth?
Yes. And
That's
Cutter
her
is
answer.
like taking her like, shh, don't make a sound. They're checking me out.
Yeah, we have to be their mates.
They're figuring out if I'm friendly.
Yeah.
But Raik actually goes down into the hole to help Cutter.
Yeah, but he levitates him up to the wrong side of the hole.
Accidentally, because he
He
would
goes
probably
straight into this group of 4 or 5 trolls.
Yeah, because he was sure that he would probably want his revenge.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah, I don't need to ask you. I'm just guessing you'll probably want that, so I'll just do it for you.
But it's Cutter, so he gets all of them with a little bit of help from Pedowing because he's putting wrap stuff on everyone.
Yeah, and he says, Rayak, you son of a lame swoot.
Oh, not only
And
that.
a desperate troll.
Not only that, though. Yeah. And a desperate troll.
Yeah, son of a lame swoot and a desperate troll.
Yeah, it's not just son of a troll or son of a swoot. It's both.
Yeah.
And is a desperate troll.
Yeah,
He is mad.
he's so mad. Because he knows that Raik could have levitated him to the other side. And Raik is just sitting up there, like, watching Cutter fight these 3 trolls. And, like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch you.
Yeah, he throws his spear at the last troll that's trying to run away too.
Yeah, because it's hit Cutter, so Cutter's on the ground. So he can't, like, he physically can't do it.
Yeah. But he takes out 1 out of the 5 trolls that was there.
Yeah.
And when they're over, he's like, are you whole? It's not like, are you okay or something. It's just
How are you doing? Are you injured?
yeah,
are you
but it's more
whole?
are you whole? It's like, did you get any holes in your body or
Yeah.
something? It's like, it feels so cold.
Yeah. And 2 of the trolls also fell down into the hole with wolves.
Did
So
they
the
fell
wolves get some-
down? I felt Cutter pushed
Cutter
them.
kicked them.
Yeah.
But, like, they fell down into the hole.
So the wolves can eat.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yum, 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 yum.
Yeah. And when they come out of the hole,
Oh no,
Ember.
before
Yeah?
they come out the hole, Cutter was like, oh, you could have helped me. And Ryak is like, you could have asked. And Cutter's like, I choke before I ask.
Yeah, he
He would
never
never.
ask. But Ember is like, see, Ryek knew better than to argue with me. I told him to help father, and he did. And
Clever.
he put snow down her shirt.
Yeah.
How immature!
Because she's being so big in her mouth and be like,
but
I was the
how
one.
immature is he though?
Yeah,
He's a
he is.
grown man. It's a child.
He never grew up.
No. And in
But
the
it was
next
funny.
scene, he took his shirt off.
Oh yeah, but later everyone takes their shirt off, so no worries.
No, not here. Nobody else has their shirt off.
No, not
Only
now, but
Ryek.
yeah, he was too hot. He wanted to show off.
He was too hot.
He wants to show off.
Yeah. This is also the moment when the go backs tell Cutter that they're at war with the trolls.
Yeah. And Cutter learns what war means.
Yeah. And that they've obviously been at war many times
Yeah,
with the humans.
obviously.
Yeah. And then
And the trolls, in a way.
Yeah, and then he gives this incredibly good speech about we should join their war.
Yeah.
This is the right thing to do for us as a tribe. And they're all like, hell yeah, we should go to war.
And they're all like, oh, he finally came through as a better chief, as a chief. We knew he always could be.
Yeah.
You know?
He's finally grown into his role.
Yeah.
And then they decide to have a last dance before the war.
A last threesome.
Not a
No.
threesome.
A last orgy.
Or a last orgy before the war.
Let's
So-
get a last orgasm before we die, everybody.
Oh, I promise you, they're not getting a last one orgasm.
And Ember and Santa was like, we want to stay. We want to dance.
Yes.
Like, no, you don't.
Go upstairs with the other kids. Go away.
You haven't earned the rights to dance yet.
No, and you can see that literally everyone is undressing everyone and like ripping their clothes off.
Yeah, and like, but why does some of them still has their daggers and swords in their hand?
Who knows?
Do they have sex with the swords?
Part of the dance? I don't know.
It
I
feels
don't
really
know.
dangerous.
Maybe they're taking them off, like taking off their weapons.
Or even Petalwing is joining them.
Yes.
And Cutter shares Lita with Ryak.
What the fuck? He's like,
Because-
Ryek needs you. No, he doesn't need her. He wants her.
But you don't have to share if you don't want to.
No. And also, Ryek is sleeping with Kavi.
No, Cutter is sleeping with Kavi. Not
No,
Ryak. Oh,
Ryak.
Ryak is sleeping with Kavi first.
Yeah.
And then Kavi comes over to Cutter.
Yeah, because she wanted to, she already asked Lita if she would share.
Yeah, and she saw the opportunity when Cutter was alone.
Yeah.
This is a real swingers club, you know?
Yeah. Everybody sleeps
They're
with
just
literally
like, oh, you're
everybody.
alone?
But this is literally Skywise's dream.
Oh, yeah. He's in his happy place.
Yeah, this is what he loves, like having all the women all over him. And this dancing is also why they don't believe in recognition, because this is the way that babies are born.
Yeah, in 2 years, they're all gonna have babies and no one knows who the baby daddy is.
No.
Smart stuff. Smart.
And like it is said later in ElfQuest that the go-backs have kids in the way of in the winter they don't have much to do other than dancing.
They can fight trolls.
So nobody knows who the fathers of the babies are because everybody spent time with everybody during the winter, and 2 years later babies are born.
Yeah. And also though, the go-backs are like, okay, now we all had sex, we all had good orgasms, so now we can go out fight.
Yeah.
We can now die.
Yeah.
Happy.
And I want you later like, it's gonna be much later. Just remember that Kavi and Cutter slept together.
Okay.
I will tell you when this
Is-
becomes important.
Is Kavi getting cubs with Cutter?
No. No,
Okay.
she doesn't.
So we go into the mountain again.
Yes.
And is now, since Cutter is kind of making friends with the wolves that
Mhm.
was down the hole,
Mhm.
is one of them becoming his wolf friend? Or are they just, they're mad at the trolls, so they want to attack the trolls and help
Well,
the ones who helped them escape?
we don't know yet if they're wolf friends yet. No. Like, he said, like Cutter says that when they get up, now we'll see if they stay to fight or if they run.
Yeah, but they obviously stay.
Yeah, but
They wanna
when he
take the
said that,
trolls.
I don't know if he'll run or stay. They're not wolf friends yet, because then
Oh,
he
yeah.
would know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So they're just now figured out their standing in the group, that we're friendly, but we're not like friends yet.
Oh, one thing. Before they went into the mountain,
Mhm.
did the Redlands and
They
This
shared
one?
soul name.
yeah, did they
Nightfall.
recognize?
No.
Oh, they just
They
but
didn't. It is. There is one way, because Redlands stays with the kids.
I thought
Mm.
they recognized.
No, it says joining means much or little, my gentle one. But this
so
part,
what does it mean when they share soul names?
they get a deeper connection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Nightfall is saying that joining means much or little, my gentle one. But this parting might mean forever. You guard the cubs, I go to war, but I must stay with you. There is one way, beloved. And then she says her soul name, and that way she will stay with him forever, because
Their souls are connected now,
Yeah.
since he knows the soul name.
but he wasn't able to share his because he got so stunned by getting sent her soul name.
Oh, maybe he wants to share it with someone else.
No, it says that, taken utterly by surprise, Redlands cannot speak. He had hoped that one day this moment would come, but not in this manner, or for such a grim reason. The treasure, the treasure he has been given, Nightfall's soul name, may be all that is left to him when the fight is done.
Yeah, because she might die. So
Yeah.
he might only have her soul name
Yeah,
and not her
that
body.
may be the only thing that's left of her after this war, and he didn't expect her to just share her soul name, but she did because she knows that she's going to war and he may be left alive without her, so at least she wants to give him the most inner private part of herself.
Okay. So Lita is pretty pure. She's like, I have to
Very
heal.
pure.
Even though it's the trolls, I have
Yeah.
to heal them. I have to heal everyone that's hurt.
Yeah, that is my job, that is what I do.
Yeah. But Cutter says it's really good. Save him, and he will thank you later with a knife in your back. Understand?
Yeah.
Like, if you heal him, he's gonna come right after us. Like, he's not gonna be happy that you
No.
healed him.
It isn't.
And she's really struggling.
Yeah, she is. They follow Pelwing through this cave that she says, oh, the palace is in here. And it's a really tight cave. They didn't
Oh, yeah.
penetrate it, though. They just crawled through it.
And Skywise is like, oh, yeah, Petalwing is right. It's the same direction the lodestone is pointing. It's like,
And
Did
sun
we-
goes down.
didn't we already talk about this?
Yeah. But it's still in the
It's
same
like-
direction.
It's like he didn't trust Petalwing. He had to check with the lodestone.
Yeah, but everything is in the direction of sun goes down.
Yeah, lucky for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Did you notice what the troll's crown is made out of?
It's fingers.
It's
And
fingers.
it's probably elf fingers.
I think that's a safe assumption. Yeah.
First, when I looked at the picture, I thought he had his hand on his head,
You
like
did?
so, scratching his head and forehead, so the fingers are there, and I was like, "Where's the rest of the hand?" Oh,
It's just
there's
fingers.
his fingers
Yeah.
cut off.
Yeah. And Oddbit is there. And
Yeah.
she's his treasure.
So obviously she is the most beautiful trolled maiden or something, because
She's so
everyone
fucking
wants her.
ugly.
But every troll wants her.
Yeah. And did you notice her bra? It's
Yeah.
made out of metal. It looks so cold.
Yeah.
I
They're
would
living
freeze
in a
my-
cold mountain.
I
and
would
is,
freeze
like,
my
metal bra.
tits off if I had to wear a metal bra.
Basically, she does, but
Yeah.
she's ugly, so who cares?
Like the little hole that they went into, it comes out to like this big area, and they can see that Pignose and all the other trolls of Greymog, isn't that his name?
Yeah, Greymug's
Yeah,
troll.
Greymog's trolls are slaves there to Guttlecross trolls.
Yeah, they're mining the iron and all
Yeah.
silver and other
Yeah.
metal that they find in the mountain.
Yeah. So they think that like, if we show them that we are on their side, because the Gutterclaws trolls, they whip them, like they whip Magotree.
Yeah.
So like,
they're mean
since
to
they're so
them.
cruel to them, maybe they'll be on our side if we show them that we will help them.
Yeah, so they can help us fight the guards.
Yeah. So they start shooting the guards. Cutter jumps down. He's like, "Oh, we're on your side." And was like, "They really are. Let's fight."
They're so easy to convince.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would believe them that easy.
No, and also, Skywise says that make it clear to him, Blood of 10 Chiefs. Is he still in the habit of being stupid?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Obviously, you
Pig
can see
nose.
that.
Is still very stupid.
Obviously, you don't learn much being slaves.
Or being ignorant.
No.
So they're fighting, and we can see that some of the go bags get killed.
Yeah.
And
They are not as fierce fighters as
Clearbrook
the wolf riders.
Clearbrook is so mad. See, she's so vicious. Like, she's sitting on top of a dead troll, like stabbing him with 2 daggers.
Oh, yeah. Well, she has a lot of anger inside of her now.
Yeah. And Pellwing says, "Oh, that door, that big door, go through it, go through it."
Yeah, there's gonna come more guards. You have to hurry before they come.
Yeah. So they hurry up and try to get in, but it closes before they can. So Raik decides to fly Lita himself and Akor over to the other side.
But I don't understand why he takes Lida and Ekor. Like, he needs to take Ekor
Akor?
because he's gonna make the new hole
But
in the wall.
he
but
says
why?
that Raik is draining his power to his limits. For these are the 2 beings dearest to him in the world.
Oh, okay, so he takes Lida because he loves her, not because
Yeah.
there's
Not because
any
he
need
needs
of her.
because he needs her to be safe.
Okay.
So Akor, like, literally ruins the whole opening mechanism thing so that they can't reopen a door, and then it makes a hole in the door so that the elves can get through.
Yeah. And the rest of the elves had to fight their way back to the new hole.
Yeah. And the trolls are like, don't leave us. And I'm like, no, come on, just get the fuck in here. We can have you, like, we need you guys to help fight the rest of this
Yeah,
fight.
don't be stupid, but you're still in the habit of being stupid, so help yourself.
Yeah. And Kavi refuses to go into the hole, even though, like, the fight is over. She tries to get Vaya.
No,
her
not
yeah, Kavi.
Isn't it Vaya who
No.
refused to go?
Listen. Vaya is Kavi's daughter.
Yeah.
And she knows her mom very well. So she hits her so that she faints, puts her through the hole because she says that she would rather die a warrior's death out here unneeded instead of going through the hole.
Oh, I thought it was Vaya who said that.
Yeah, Vaya said that about Kavi.
Ah,
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about herself.
No, she puts her quickly while she's stunned. Get her inside. She'd stay till they hacked her to pieces. That's a warrior's privilege, not a chief's. Like a warrior
okay,
can
yeah.
stay. Kavi as a chief
So
has
she
to think
can't.
about the rest of
Yeah.
the tribe.
Because Vaya is staying. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, I have to help everyone until she realizes everyone else is dead. She is the last one.
Yeah, I actually need to get through this hole. And she gets grabbed because she was too close to the trolls when she realized
Yeah.
that there's no one else left to help. And Pike gets stabbed trying to like pull her into the hole.
Does he get stabbed? Doesn't he just get hit by...
No, he
The
gets
spear?
stabbed by a spear. Look at this spear.
Ah.
It's bloody.
In black and white bloody, yeah.
It's-
Okay.
It's, bloody.
I thought he just got like face slapped by
no,
the
no,
spear.
no. He got stabbed. He's bleeding.
Okay.
You can see it in this picture as well that he's like bleeding.
Yeah. Can see it there.
Yeah. But the trolls try to get in there to like kill more of them.
Yeah.
So
But-
Aquara like shuts the door on them.
Yeah, just basically smashing them inside the door.
Yeah, so blood is running down.
Mm-hmm.
And Kavi is like, Vaya's chosen to go and die an honorful death. Like she doesn't even mourn her own daughter's death.
No, she's like, she's chose. She's gone. When the palace is ours, we will dance for her.
Yeah. And do you see in this last picture, you can still see the troll's feet out of the wall.
Yes.
Like
And the
sticking
blood.
out.
Running down the door.
Yeah. And Kavi also calls Vaya an infant.
Yeah, I think she just started to fight with them. I've had that feeling because she said, I proved myself to myself long ago. Remember? She said long ago, but 12 years, you know. So I figured she just started to fight with them because she had to prove her fighting skills.
Yeah. But like again, calling your grown daughter an infant is kind of strange, but it's Kavi.
Well, she maybe feels that she wasn't really ready for fighting, but she couldn't stop her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
But still, she's not grieving that her daughter just got caught by trolls. We don't see them killing her, but she probably dies.
She's left on the other side of the door with only mean trolls, so
Yeah.
it's a fair assumption. So next time we are going to talk about the treasure and Quest's End part 1 and 2.
Until next time, go recognize a troll.